Yo! And welcome to this edition of the Base Batch Builders 3 series, highlighting some of the builders that are submitting to Base Batches 3. Today we have two guests. We have Jake and Jacob of Got Based Milk. So without any further ado, please can you introduce yourselves and tell us who you are and what it is you are building here on Base.
Yeah, so I'm Jacob. I'm the lead developer on the project. We are building an up-only protocol. We'll explain all of that a little bit more later, but I'll pass it over to Jake for his intro.
Yeah, I'm Jake. I'm the one behind the Twitter profile most of the time. And yeah, like Jacob said, we're building a token that only goes up, and we've kind of designed it so that there's something for everybody, whether you're a trader, just a passionate holder, or someone who's deeper into DeFi and doing some more advanced trading.
Okay, so up only is good tech. Now, unpack that a little bit for us. Like, what exactly do you mean by an up only chart, and like how is that even possible?
Yeah, so the token itself is backed by USD deposits. And so we're able to make the token only go up by having automated supply controls and fees that reflect back to the token's backing itself.
Right. Okay. So talk to us a little bit more about what the protocol is. Like, you mentioned about maybe we jumped to question 2 before number 1, but like talk to us a little bit more about what Got Based Milk is, and how that token, that up only token, sort of feeds into it.
Yeah, so essentially we're a DeFi protocol, and we have this token that is mintable and burnable at all times. And in order to get in and get out of the protocol, you will get the current price minus the fee. So that fee that you pay during that exit or entry goes back to all the other current holders. And so the way that we've structured this basically internal DEX within the token is that you can't actually decrease the price of the token. Instead, you burn your tokens and leave back a fee that goes to everyone else. So this fee slowly builds up over time and increases the token value, but that's not all that we have with the protocol to generate fees. So we have some other ways as well, which also are use cases for different users depending on your DeFi skill level or what you just want to do in general. So we also have this ability for users to take loans from their milk tokens. So with these milk tokens, you can take a loan up to 99% LTV. And instead of your loan being based on some sort of price action, your loan is based on the time that you want your loan to be for. So you just pay an upfront fee for that amount of time, and then you get to have a loan on your milk tokens for that time. And because this is a 99% loan to value, this also allows us to have leverage involved. So we actually have in the protocol a way to do one-click leverage as well. So you can take up to 50 X leverage positions on a liquidation-free position, and the only risk is not paying your position back by the time period that you selected.
Okay, so that's very interesting. I mean, the 99% loan to value, and without the risk of liquidation due to fluctuations in the price, I think that's a very intriguing mechanic. You mentioned it's time-based. So run me through an example. If I wanted to borrow, if I had like $1,000 in ETH and I wanted to borrow against that, I then select a period of time that I want the loan, and I need to pay it back within that. And so walk us through an example. If I wanted to borrow $1,000 for like a month, for example, how would that look?
Yeah, so let's use we'll use Milk as, so you're taking a loan against Milk, right? So it's not against like any random token. You have to have the Milk token to be able to take the loan, right? So you have a Milk tokens. You have $1,000 worth of Milk tokens. you want to borrow $999 worth your milk of your USDC from your milk tokens. So you select a month, you pay that upfront interest of that $10 or so, and then you get $990 back of USDC. Now, as that month goes along, the price of milk will increase from all sorts of different interactions within the protocol. So the goal really is by the time that month ends, you will have made back your $10 that you paid in fees through the milk token increasing in price. And so at that point, you can then borrow more and you can get that $10 back in USDC, and then you get liquidated on the platform. But it's no big deal because you already have $1,000 borrowed from the $1,000 original position, or worst case scenario, the price doesn't increase enough, and you have $990 from your $1,000 position. The other option is also then to pay back the $990, and when you do that, then you can get all of your milk tokens back. And if they've gone up, X percent, then they're simply worth more, and you can sell them on DEX, you can burn them on the platform, or you can take out another loan. So it's really just based on that time period, and you get that, you put up the collateral and then you get the 99% of that asset. It's up to you whether or not you want to repay it. But if you don't, it doesn't hurt the protocol. It helps the protocol because that liquidation, then that $10 goes to everyone else who's holding milk tokens at that time. So it's one of the really cool things about the whole concept in general is, you can tell your friends about it and don't have to have this sort of risk of like, oh, I found this really good project, I think it's really cool, and then all of a sudden the devs pull liquidity and dump it 80%, and you lost yourself and your friends all this money. Instead, your downside maximum is limited by the up only token. So you're really limited to a 2% loss by entering the token, just through the token itself, not through the loans and leverage positions, because obviously those carry risk. But just buying the token, it's really, you have a 2% max downside on it, which is, I don't think any protocol can really say that.
Yeah, it's on the surface level, that sounds a lot safer than 99.9% of crypto. If your only exposure is the interest rate that you're paying to borrow the loan, then yeah, that really does minimize the potential downside. So to tell us, like, what sort of stage of development are you, and what sort of traction have you got so far?
Yeah, so we're all ready to go and launch on Base. We've been kind of developing on this concept for a few years now. I think 2022, I guess, would be when we initially started it with a project on ETH called JPEGers. And that was like a NFT tax loss platform. But it had the same kind of up-only concept built into the token. And so we expanded upon that concept and kind of got away from the NFT niche, and actually launched a project on Sonic called Eggs. And so that did pretty well. We got a lot of traction with that. I think we did over $1 million in revenue within our first couple of months on there. Unfortunately, things didn't go great on the chain, and that token was backed by the chain's token, which kind of collapsed. So even though the token model held up, the backing asset didn't. So things didn't go great there. So that's why we're kind of pivoting to Base and doing a stablecoin backing, because then the model really holds true. If the backing asset is the dollar, then up only kind of becomes even more realistic in that way.
Yeah, I mean, like, obviously it was sad to see what happened to the Sonic chain, but if you're pegging it to, is it USDT or USDC that's the underlying paired
so
asset?
I don't know if we're supposed to announce this yet, but our plans were to use USDC, but we've actually been talking with Frax, and I think we're maybe going to be announcing that we will use Frax USD, which is, backed by short-term treasuries, and will give us an additional 3.5% guaranteed APY.
Okay, interesting. How do you spell Frax? I'm not familiar myself.
It's FRAX. It's BlackRock's kind of yield-bearing stablecoin.
Okay, I need to educate myself.
Yeah, so in terms of risk and stuff, we wanted to make sure we had an asset that was very low risk. So yeah, it's all backed by U.S. Treasury bonds, and it's BlackRock. So that's pretty cool. And then the way we actually set this up is for the user experience, you can buy with USDC or with Frax, because Frax has a 1-to-1 deposit withdrawal. So you can just convert your USDC to Frax and your Frax to USDC at a 1-to-1 rate at any time. So we'll handle all that for you. If you'd rather just use USDC, you just come in, you use USDC. If you want to use Frax, you come in and you use Frax.
Very cool. Now, so what are you hoping to get out of Base Batches 3? What's your, what are you hoping to get out of the experience?
I think one of the big things is everyone on Base is talking about AI agents. And, from our standpoint, neither of us really have a huge background in AI. We see people building arbitrage bots on Polymarket and all these different markets and making tons of money. Everyone sees it on the Twitter feed. And so we've kind of been thinking about Base from this standpoint where they're doubling down on AI agents, agentic payments, all this. And so right now we're looking at the way the protocol works is we have the intrinsic value of our token, which is derived from the supply and the amount of USD that is backing it. On the other end, we have the market price, which is what it trades for on the DEX. And so where it can only go up intrinsically, it can fluctuate up and down on the DEX based on traders. So that spread between the market price and the intrinsic value creates these constant arbitrage opportunities. And so I think with Base Batches, we kind of want to explore more how we can bake agents into the protocol and have agents kind of hunting those arbitrage opportunities and fueling the flywheel that we've created. Because, if we have agents nonstop making these arbitrage transactions, that's constant activity on the protocol, which means constant revenue going back to all of our holders.
Yeah, and so the way that kind of works as well is with the arbitrage. All we need is for Ethereum to move in a 2% range, and then we get out of the range of our token fees. So if ETH goes up 3%, there will be an arbitrage opportunity from our protocol liquidity that's on the DEX. So right now, a user will take advantage of that and get those fees, as well as the protocol from the arbitrage, but some bot running will also get some of those fees. So if we bring in the agent model, the protocol can capture those fees and we can return those fees to the user. So the fee from the actual trade, as well as the fee that the arbitrage bot would normally get, now all comes back to Milk holders.
All right, really interesting stuff. And the Milk token, you say it's already live?
No. So we have an announcement on the 28th where we'll be announcing something. So we can't release what's going to come on the 28th, but we'll be launching soon. So the 28th, keep your eyes open, and maybe you'll find out when. But we haven't launched yet, but we're really excited, and we're just kind of making sure we have all the pieces together here, and just want to kind of continue to market and get more people involved and spread the word about what we're doing, because I really, with this sort of tokenomics, we really never seem to have an issue with, once people find out about it and start learning about it, they all love it, right? It's just about spreading the word to people and getting it out there is really, is what we're doing now. And that's sort of one of the, biggest challenges, is just to get the word out. But once people find out about it, it's a no-brainer. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, projects seem to have a pretty short life cycle these days in crypto. And so, you know, everything we've built in the past is still an active protocol, still does volume. And so, yeah, we're just trying to continue that, building kind of sustainable DeFi that's not like timing to try and sell the top. Otherwise, your bag just grinds down to zero.
Yeah, like our JPEGers token that we lost is up, I think, 240% in its lifetime, and that was before we built in any of the loan concept. It's literally just the up only like trading concept, and then the NFT loss platform. So, you know, if you would have held our JPEGers token instead of ETH over the past couple of years, you would have 2x'd your bag while everyone's, you know, down if they bought the top. So.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's interesting. The fact that you have this background is not a novel concept that you're doing. Like you've run, not, I wouldn't say prototypes, but you've been down this course before, and you are refining a business model to find, you know, product market fit. Now, final question, just as we draw close to this, how can people learn more about you and Got Based Milk and get involved ahead of March 28th?
Yeah, we have fairly extensive documentation on our website, basedmilk.com. And then we also have a Telegram channel. The link to that's in our Twitter page and on our website. And I'm online pretty much all day, chronically online, and I'm happy to answer questions in our Telegram. You know, the documentation and the concept itself can be kind of tough to wrap your head around. But, you know, I think the best way to do it is just hashing it out with people in Telegram or in a voice chat. And, you know, after kind of iterating enough times, things click and you realize, oh, this is actually pretty simple. So, yeah, we're always online and responsive to people.
Yeah, feel free to DM me. I'll set up a call with you. I'll walk you through everything. You know, we're happy to help. If you have questions about the protocol, we're available.
Incredible stuff. All right, guys, Jake and Jacob, I want to thank you for your time and, you know, for sharing more about Got Based Milk. And I want to say a special thank you to everybody who tuned in today. We'll see you on a future one. So until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, but most importantly, stay based. Peace out, everyone.
Thanks for hosting.
I'm a baseline junkie. I'm a baseline junkie. I'm a baseline junkie. And I like